From News Channel 7, time for 7 First Alert weather.
Well, we knew it was going to happen sometime, especially when you get late in October as well as November. So we're going to show a shot of it. And that is the fact of some snow in the mountains down here in the valley. Snow levels could be as low as 4,000 feet. Actually, looking at this, could be just a little bit lower in some spots. But as we look at Boise, we're about 3,000 feet. But as you notice here, we've got the sunshine. Enjoy this. Tomorrow's another spectacular day. Thursday's pretty good. Some high clouds move in. And then Friday, the same thing. High clouds because of a storm system that's coming into our area. So we're going to have somewhat of a change that's going to be not a surprise because we've been talking about it, but we know a little bit of taste of winter and what's coming up. But where they're really getting it is up here in Minnesota, Wisconsin. This storm system is moving eastward, as you can see. And as it's pulling in all of this cold air, they're getting snow. Yeah, and a lot of it, even as far north as Kentucky. They're getting strong gusty winds and some very cold temperatures throughout the area. In fact, if you look at this blue spot, you can see temps into the 40s mainly. And then even when you get down into Kentucky and Tennessee, some of those temperatures are in the 50s. Atlanta with 54 degrees, those poor folks. Well, they think, of course, that that's really cold in that particular area. And we're going to be looking at temperatures about like that by the time we get to Sunday. So let's talk about it. First of all, for today, we had a high of 77. You see the average is 64. So there's your average, and we don't seem to ever hit the average that well. We're either 10 degrees above it or 10 degrees below it, which is going to be the case as we move into the weekend. But here's the big part of this. Precipitation, we've had none. Normal up to this point is a 0.42. The month of October is not a big moisture maker month. 0.81 is the average amount that we do receive. But let's talk about what we're going to be seeing here out of this storm system. First of all, through tomorrow, it's basically sunny conditions. So here's Wednesday. But watch Thursday. As we get into Thursday, there's your high clouds coming in. Now, Thursday shows more high clouds into Friday, and that's because showers are going to start showing up here around Pendleton, and that's getting into Friday. As you can see at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's going to take a while, but that's the showers that could come in here on Saturday, which begins with some gusty winds likely later Friday night. But for tomorrow, high temperatures are mainly into the 70s. As we move into the Central Mountains, high temperatures will be in the lower 70s, so we're still looking at all this perfection in the way of weather that we have had. As we come down here in valley locations, you see again, tomorrow will be just almost the very same thing as what we had today and the day before and the day before that. Boise was 74 degrees, 75 degrees in Mountain Home. Now let's take a little time on this 7-day forecast. We're down to 45 for tomorrow morning, but it's clear. It's going to be somewhat chilly, and then tomorrow afternoon at 74 degrees. As you get into Thursday, it's about the same, but some high clouds come in there as well as Friday. That's just letting you know that that first storm system is weakening, trying to push out the high pressure. Depending on how much this high pressure gets moved, as we see this next storm system coming in, that brings in the showers and the amounts. And if it's still sticking around on Sunday, not quite that cold for Sunday morning, but yeah, possibly some areas of frost as temperatures will be dropping off into the mid-30s. And also, as you look into Tuesday, now they're back to a chance of some breezy conditions after this storm. And with temperatures in the 30s and highs into the 50s, watch that wind chill. That's a big deal because we could be seeing some wind chills into the lower 40s or so. So that's next week. So we've had all this fabulous weather. And now as we start Saturday, each day is going to have a different change, as you can see in this 7-day forecast.
I'm not ready. We've been so spoiled, Rick.
Oh, I know.
We've been so spoiled.
I wanted to wait till November.
Yeah.
But it's coming in pretty soon now.